6:22. Sorry, Chad. Can't wait. Oh, come on now. You can do it. You can wait. It's going to go any time now. Come on. See, I told you. Yeah, you told me. You're lucky I was taking time to transfer or consolidate my hand sanitizer bottles. I got one that's got just a little bit left in it, and I was trying to empty it into my new one, and it was going real slow. Drip, drip, drip. Took almost 2 minutes. And then I gave up. But that was enough time for Chad to get his 3. Use up the rest of this. Okay. Crap. Come on, you guys. Speed it up. This guy can't pull up all the way, huh? Dope. Well, it's going to be part 2 of funny punk rock songs coming up. I wasn't sure if part 1 would make it, but it didn't get blocked, so keeping my fingers crossed it stays that way, so that we can also hear part 2. But first, that's right, but first, Chad's counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, bling, bling, blung. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and ugh! Hey, that worked out pretty good. Unlike yesterday when Chad and I were waiting to see the SpaceX rocket carrying astronauts blast off, and they had to scrub the mission because of bad weather. Chad and I were waiting. We wanted to hear a real countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, blast off. But no. We gotta wait until Saturday now. Go around me, dude. I'm in no hurry. Unless you're still behind me when I get to the stop sign. Then I'm going to have to get in your way. Well, maybe he's going to turn left up here. I'm going to go ahead and start this because it's going to take an hour. I'm not making any stops, so hopefully it's going to time out just about right.
Harvard University at age 15 and eventually retired after a long and happy career as a college mathematics instructor. As a young man in the 1950s and 60s, he wrote and sang satiric songs as a hobby and was persuaded to perform them in public and make records on a few occasions. Well, he did not like that as much as he liked teaching, but his records have made him the second most requested artist of all time on the Dr. Demento Show. His songs have been covered many times, but never quite like this version by the Vandals, the staunchly indie SoCal band whose gleefully wise-ass songs set the tone for Orange County's thriving punk scene. Current members include former Oingo Boingo member Warren Fitzgerald and drummer Josh Freese, who was playing electronic drums at Disneyland's Tomorrowland when the Vandals discovered him, and former attorney and amateur matador Joe Escalante, who once said, "Dr. Demento changed our lives. He teed us up for the punk rock revolution." And here they are to celebrate National Brotherhood Week, the Vandals.
The white folks hate the black folks, and the black folks hate the white folks. To hate all but the right folks is an old established rule. But bring the National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, holiday and memory. Our dance for the stars, shake the cheek. It's fun to eulogize those people you despise, as long as you don't let them in your school. National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week. Well, the rich folks hate the poor folks, and the poor folks hate the rich folks. All the poor folks hate American is apple pie. During National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, 91% defamation, and so many unions think that you can tolerate them if you try.
Tom Lehrer's face when he hears that for the first time. That was National Brotherhood Week by the Vandals.
Hi, I'm Tom Lehrer, and you're lucky enough to be listening to the Dr. Demento Show.
Did you know a familiar tune by the Muppets originated from a 1968 softcore mondo flick called Sweden Between Heaven and Hell? Italian film composer Piero Umiliani's Mana Mana, also known as the Nonsense Song, would later be popularized with mainstream audiences when performed by Jim Henson's Muppets on Sesame Street and The Ed Sullivan Show in 1969, and again in 1977 on The Muppet Show. Well, that's almost as bizarre as a live performance by Harry and Harry Kipper, Brian Routh, and Martin von Hasselberg. The performance art provocateurs known as the Kipper Kids. Their live shows, whether in a bar or an art gallery or who knows where else, are a mixture of the dignity of high tea, the slapstick of Spike Jones, and scatological outrage. Martin, one half of the Kippers, also happens to be the longtime husband and sometimes collaborator of Bette Midler. Reuniting here for the first time in over a decade, here are the Kipper Kids with Mana Mana. Struck a blow for the amplified cello as a rock instrument when she founded Rasputina, which was, it says here, in 1891. Of course, it was really just a few years before she joined Nirvana as cellist for their final European tour. The trio brings Indian princesses, Hawaiian handmaidens, and other marginalized historical female figures to life in a pop music context. Rasputina has chosen a Dr. Demento hit song, originally recorded in Belfast, Northern Ireland by the group Cruella de Vil, Those Two Dreadful Children.
Essentially destroyed, we'll do a lot of damage.
notice at the beginning of that song that we were going through mountains that looked very much like the mountains at the opening of the TV show MASH? Kind of had a flashback there. I was going, whoa, this is trippy. Just thought I'd mention that. Want to go back and look.
Everybody knows that melody. Did you know the lyrics were written by a 14-year-old? Well, the eminent film music composer Johnny Mandel was asked by Maverick director Robert Altman to provide the stupidest song ever written for a scene in the original MASH feature film. Altman tried to write the lyrics himself, but found it very difficult to write stupid enough, and so he asked his son, Mike, 14 at the time, to write the lyrics, which he did in 5 minutes. Chicago's power punk stars Juicehead, who record for Misfits Records, breathed some new life into those lyrics. Hey, death metal is real big these days. Maybe death punk will be a new genre.
Oh my God, it's Dr. Demento!
Well, every Dr. Demento tribute compilation needs a Frank Zappa song or two, and this one is performed by a Frank Zappa protege, former Playboy bunny Dale Bozio, who has been front person for Missing Persons since 1980. They've had some big hits like Words and Nobody Walks in L.A., and did you know Weird Al Yankovic's very first rock concert gig with his band was opening for Missing Persons? Here's Dale Bozio and Missing Persons with Frank Zappa's Disco Boy.
Smoke your little smoke, drink your little drink, and dance the night away. Disco boy, run to the toilet and put your hand. Disco boy, open your face and shake the
Popcorn there with Telephone Man, a demented little ditty that actually hit the Billboard Top 20 for singer Mary Wilson in 1977. In Wagontown, Pennsylvania in the early 80s, Joe Gennaro, aka Jack Talcum, began writing a fictional newsletter about a band called the Dead Milkmen. Well, one thing led to another, and the Dead Milkmen became a very real and very popular Philadelphia band, specializing in the comical side of punk with songs like Bitch and Camaro and Punk Rock Girl, which became a hit video on MTV, performed for you now by Philly Boy Roy, who is aka John Worster, half of the comedy team Sharpling and Worster of The Best Show, and drummer for Superchunk Bob Bull, the Mountain Goats, and Osaka pop star too. You know, John Worster just happened to be the Dead Milkmen's neighborhood paperboy back in the 1980s and was name-checked by the band in the song Stewart, featured on the same album as their hit Punk Rock Girl. Here is John's Best Show character, Philly Boy Roy, covering the Dead Milkmen, and after that we'll hear the Dead Milkmen themselves covering Groucho Marx.
Look, I don't give a rat's ass, man. I told you before, you borrow my Chevette, you return it with a full tank. Look, I can't talk right now. I'm cutting a record. Yeah, I'm doing a song by Philadelphia's best ever band. No, not Brittany Fox, you dumbass. Look, time is money, Mom. I gotta roll. Okay, see you tonight at dinner. Later.
Travel around
You know, when Groucho Marx sang that song in the 1939 film Marx Brothers at the Circus, women with tattoos were considered sideshow freaks. Things have changed a great deal since then, but that's still one of Groucho's greatest. Such a treat to hear the Dead Milkman's treatment. And speaking of treats, here are Caroline and the Treats, that innuendo-laden bubblegum punk band from Norway, featuring adult film star Caroline Anderson and Caroline's favorite Dr. Demento show hit, Susie C-Cells, Me and My Vibrator.
When I'm feeling sad and lonely, and there's nobody around, I got my favorite piece of plastic, 'cause it will never leave me when I'm down. 'Cause me and my vibrator, my little massage machine, makes me feel like a queen.
The man with a big bunny mask. Once again, no bunny with a hit song from Fred Schneider and the Shake Society's 1994 album.
What up, y'all? This is SCP Page. You're listening to Dr. Demento, covered in cum. Covered in funk. All that just grizzly. I'm on the rhythm and I'm with 'em. For sheezy.
And now an encore from the Meat Men, whose motto is, "We're the Meat Men and you suck." The Meat Men have always lived where political incorrectness meets pure vulgarity, a territory Frank Zappa knew so well. And here they cover Frank's most punkish song, "My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama." The Meat Men. In 1988, Michael Monaghan was teaching a songwriting class to mentally and physically challenged students at Whitney High, a special ed school in Los Angeles, when Michael decided to put together a performing group. featuring some of his most talented students. Well, since then, the group has made 4 full-length albums and a documentary feature film. We're proud to feature the last song recorded before Michael Monaghan's retirement from teaching, originally performed by Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers in 1962. The #1 Halloween hit song of all time, the Monster or should I say Monster Mosh, The Kids of Windy High.
Legendary misfits take on the cockroach that ate Cincinnati. Here on Dr. Demento, covered in punk. Ew. Is he really a doctor?
You make
of punk, the Misfits have immortalized black and white B-horror films in their music, developing a ghoulish and totally unique persona like no other, from their handmade musical weapons to their devil-locked hairstyle, and of course the iconic Misfits fiend skull known the world over. Decades later, the Misfits are bigger and stronger than ever, so who could ever be more appropriate than the famous monsters of horror punk, the Misfits, to cover the Dr. Demento Show's most requested horror movie song, The Cockroach That Ate Cincinnati, written by Doug Drill and originated in 1974 by Rose and the Arrangement.
Dr. Demento!
The Dr. Demento Show began in 1970 as a slightly warped rock and roll oldie show, but I soon began sneaking in odds and ends from the pre-rock era, mostly odds, and the first of those to catch on was Pico and Sepulveda, written in 1947 by Jewel Stein and Eddie Maxwell, and recorded by Freddie Martin and his orchestra and singers under the pseudonym of Felix Figueroa. The lyrics are all names of streets in Los Angeles. The song became so popular that I made it my theme song. Bringing everything full circle is this brand new recording by Osaka pop star, led by the man who put this whole project together, the amazing John Cafiero. Requested artist in the entire history of the Dr. Demento Show, and the most successful artist in the entire history of funny music, now in his 5th decade of near constant success. Well, he started young. An artist that I'm extremely proud to have introduced to the world, Weird Al Yankovic. Here's a song that he covered especially for this compilation, unavailable anywhere else, from the Ramones' debut album, the most danceable song ever recorded about child abuse, Beat on the Brat. The story goes that Joey Ramone was inspired to write this song when he saw an angry mother in the lobby of his Forest Hills apartment building going after her bratty kid with a baseball bat.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're about to get covered in punk with Dr. Demento.
Oh yeah.
as a shaving cream reprise, with the original lyrics that time performed by Uncle Floyd, with an added tap dance by his puppet pal Oogie.
Hi, this is Uncle Floyd. And this is Oogie. And I'm here to tell... Wait, I'm supposed to do this. No, I'm going to introduce... Dr. Covered Demento is punk. What are you, some kind of fool? That's not the name of it. It's Dr. Demento Covered in Punk. Now go ahead. You're listening to Dr. Demento Covered in Punk.
And there you have it, today's greatest performers in the punk tradition, covering some of the Dr. Demento Show's greatest hits. You know, you could say the Dr. Demento Show and punk rock grew up together. I began the show in 1970 and it went national in 1974, which was the same year that the Ramones first got together in Forest Hills. It's often been said that punk rock began as a reaction to the bloated corporate rock scene that was taking hold in the mid-1970s, and you could say the same about the Dr. Demento Show as well. The Ramones wanted to bring back the youthful spirit of fun that had gone missing from the airwaves, and so did I. And of course I played the Ramones and the Sex Pistols on my show when they first came out. There you have it, Dr. Demento Covered in Punk. Stay demented.
Cheerio, cherry lips, cheerio. Won't you give me a smile when I go? You shouldn't look so blue because everyone loves that smile of yours. Cheerio, when the moon sails along. In your heart, sing a bright little song. Someday I'll kiss away your troubles and woes. Cheerio, cherry lips, cheerio. How about Louis Prima style? Cheerio, cherry lips, woolly wop, beely wop, beely woo, woo, woo. Oh, really give me a little smile when I go. Bye-bye, bye-bye, woolly woo. That's what he did with every song. It was the same thing, over and over and over. Hey, that's it, gang. The show's over. It's really over. Don't be crying about it. Go home. There's no more album. You better stop listening. Might as well pull your ears off and throw them away. You've got no use for them anymore. You don't deserve to hear anything else after this album. It's that good. Nothing more to see here. Not that there was anything to see in the first place, because you listened to it. Get it? You can't see what's on the album, because it's audio. Turn off the stereo, stupid.
Hey! One more time. There. Okay. I was going to play an encore of science fiction double feature that I played yesterday, but we ran out of time. As it was, I had to drive around just to get all of this in. Try and lock my steering wheel up here so I can show you this, but I don't think it's going to work. All right, I got you. In case you want to go and purchase the CD yourself, you can probably do it on Dr. Demento's website or at coveredinpunk.com or dementedpunk.com. Don't say I don't give you any credit. All right, deuces, peace out. Peace tea out, IBC root beer and out, 10-4 over and out, 7:33 for Chad and out. Bye! Oh, I was going to play science fiction double feature because every last Friday of the month since October, I've been watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. So it's going to be like, I don't know, 8 months. 8 months. Every last Friday for the last 8 months. I feel like I'm in a time warp. Oh no. Bye. Click.